Boost Twins channel. Today is such a nice spring day. Brown and I thought what better thing to do than to film a spring reading vlog. We both have been in a weird reading slump. I didn't read a single book in the month of March. I read nothing. I finished 2 books in April so far. Neither one of them were really spring coded. I'm really in the mood to read some spring books because the weather has been so up and down in New York recently, but today it is finally sunny. It's like 65. It's giving all the spring vibes. These are options that we have for spring books. These two I'm not really serious about reading because this is a series and I haven't read any other book in the series, and even though they're not connected, my brain works like I need to read every single book in the series. And since Brianna's been reading the series, I think she's going to pick this one up. And then also Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez gives me more summer. I don't know why, so I don't think I'm gonna pick this one up either. These two are the ones that I'm really going to choose between which one I want to read. The first one is Dear Debbie by Frida McFadden, and it is a thriller book. And the thing with Miss Frida is a lot of the times her books don't hit. Recently, every single book that I've read recently by her, I was like, I did not like this book at all. I always guess the ending. Like, I'm really good at guessing endings for her books, and it's just like I don't think I really want to read this. So then that leads me to this, and I'm so excited to read this because I specifically bought this book 2 years ago for spring. So I was watching somebody's vlog and they were talking about how the cover is giving very much spring, so I went out and bought it. But again, my brain is like crazy sometimes because I was like, I have to read it in April, and April had passed and I was like, I can't read it now. I have to wait till next year. So that is this year. I'm going to read it now. This book is called Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Not only is the cover really cute, I just haven't been in fantasy in so long. Like, I'm just excited to dive back into a fantasy. Basically what's gonna happen in this book is Emily Wilde, she's really into folk and studying folk, so she's going to this town to try to create an encyclopedia of fairies, to have like a collection of all the fairies so that the mortal people can know about fairies and understand them better. And for some reason this just feels like exactly what I want to read. It feels low stakes, it feels cozy, it's giving spring to me based on the cover. A YouTuber that I watched, she was like, this is like one of her favorite series. I think there's 3 books in the series, and she was like, this is one of my favorite series ever. It's low stakes, it's giving cozy vibes. I'm like, that's exactly what I need right now. I don't need Faye going to war right now. I can't do that right now. I'm excited to dive into this book, but first we have to make a drink. So we're going to be making a coffee in our cute spring coffee cart. Today is just really giving me everything spring. Later, and we've both been reading our books just during the morning, and we decided to get ready and go to the park and continue reading because it is such a beautiful day. It's like the first high 60-degree day in a long time. The sun is out, there are no clouds in the sky, and it is just calling for us to go out there. I've been reading The Strawberry Patch Pancake House, and I'm really liking it so far, and I just like how Laurie Gilmore creates these worlds and these stories. I'll give you like a recap on it later when I get a little bit further into it because I feel like I'm too much in the beginning of the book to really talk about it. But we're just gonna do like a little picnic in the park and read a little bit. It's been so long since we've been able to go outside and just enjoy nature because it's kind of been a little bit of a brutal winter in New York. It's been so cold. Some days that are like feeling like negative 15 degrees outside, just like crazy type of weather like that. So it's finally nice to be able to be outside without a puffer jacket again. But I'm gonna hurry up and finish the rest of my makeup quickly so we can hurry up and get outside. I want to talk to you about the book that I've been reading, The Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Lori Gilmore. For some reason, we were in the mood to just strawberryify our entire morning. In this book, she actually has a strawberry pancake recipe. So we decided to make them this morning, and they literally look so good. And we tried like a little bit, and we were like, oh my god. The recipe on the back is not vegan, but we made it vegan by using applesauce instead of an egg, and then just like oat milk instead of regular milk. And then we have the perfect cups to go along with the book, this strawberry icon glass. But let's talk about the book. I'm on page 85 in chapter 12, still at the very beginning. We're just getting a vibe for the characters kind of adapting and living in this town. Actually, one of the main characters was actually featured in the Christmas Tree Farm. She was more of a side character in the Christmas Tree Farm, so it's pretty interesting to see her become a main character and follow her story in this book. I just feel like I don't really want to mention the characters' names because I don't want to give it away. Obviously, you can read these books as standalones, but the main characters are often featured in other books, so I don't want to give it away like who's it gonna be about. This is a single dad nanny trope. The male main character is a chef and a single dad, and he actually ends up moving to this small town, Dream Harbor, for some circumstance we learned about at the very beginning of the book. And he's actually like a world-renowned chef. He actually moved from Paris to Dream Harbor, so it's kind of like a culture shock for him because he's like, I was working in like the busiest Michelin star restaurants in Paris, and now I'm working at a diner. So he's adjusting to small town life, and he hires the female main character as a nanny to help him raise his daughter. But it is a live-in position, so it's also forced proximity. Even though it's the beginning of the book, we're getting some sort of tension between the main characters because they both like each other, but they don't know it. So there's that tension there of them being like, this is my boss or this is my employee. I don't want to cross this line, but I kind of want to see where it's gonna go. So I'm really excited to see how their relationship develops and also how the daughter is gonna feel about their relationship developing. But like I said, I'm very still in the beginning of the book, so I definitely want to get some reading done. So I'm excited to read this while I eat my pancakes. So I'm still reading this book and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I am on page 107 and I'm really enjoying this because it really just feels like a cozy fantasy, perfect for spring. Even though when I've been reading this, I find out that it's not taking place in spring, even though the cover is giving all of the spring vibes. It's literally taking place in winter, like winter is about to start. It just feels cozy and low stakes at the moment. It's not like some big war is about to go on like it does in a lot of fantasies. It really just is her exploring this town and trying to build her encyclopedia of fairies. I'm really enjoying this book because we've met another character since I've been reading. Her arch nemesis is too strong of a word. It says academic rival, Wendell Bamblebee. I'm thoroughly enjoying him being added to the plot. The banter is so funny. Emily Wilde is just kind of one of those characters. She's quiet. She doesn't really like to talk to people. People don't really like her that much just because she's quiet and reserved and she doesn't really know how to talk to people. But he's obviously the complete opposite. He can charm over anybody, and it's just so funny because she's irritated by that. He's just funny to me. And right now something intense, I guess I should say, is happening at the moment, but it's like funny intense what's going on. And there's also another part of this book, and it says it at the front, but she also wants to figure out who is Bamblebee. She has her suspicions about him. I won't say what her suspicions are, but she's trying to figure out who he really is. So that's also part of what she's going to be trying to figure out. So I'm really enjoying sharing this, but I'm gonna take a break from this book because we do have some chores that we need to get done. We did our big clean on Monday, so we're not gonna be doing a big clean now. We're just gonna be cleaning our refrigerator because we got our groceries delivered and our refrigerator is really a hot mess. So that is one of the things that we need to give a little spring refresh. And while we do that, we're gonna be doing an audiobook. We are Live, Laugh, Love Lisa Jewell. I kind of wasn't the biggest Lisa Jewell fan at first, and then we read Don't Let Him In last summer, and that completely changed the game. She always has the most zany character, so it's just funny to read about these people and how she's able to write these people. If you have not read Don't Let Him In, do yourself a favor and download it right now on Audible. That is one of the best books that I read last year. But this time we're going to be reading Lisa Jewell, Invisible Girl, and we'll put the synopsis somewhere on the screen so it's not just a long, lengthy thing of me reading this book. So I feel like her books are pretty intricate. They have a lot of different things going on at one time, and then they all come together at the end. But I'm just gonna pop this on, grab my headphones, and get to cleaning this refrigerator because it needed it like last week. It is late and we are both ready to go to bed, so this is going to be the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you made it to this point, comment the book emoji because we did a spring reading video. I feel so good about the reading that I was able to get done during this video. Even though I didn't finish the book that I was reading, I definitely want to see how it ends, and then also I'm motivated again to pick up more books, so I'm really excited about that. And if you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video. And we'll see you next week with a brand new video. Bye!